Best scenes from Bass Reeves. Fade in. Note, this scene is set in 1865 when slavery was freshly abolished and the Bass Reeves left Indian Territory a free man, where he had been hiding and scouting with the Union Army and before he became a marshal.
Bass Reeves was born a slave into a life of harsh realities. He became the first black U.S. deputy marshal at the age of 37. Bass was an exemplary father and a model citizen dedicated to family, the U.S. Marshal's service, and the public at large. Bass was known for his courage and honesty. He is considered the best lawman that ever lived, having shot and killed 14 outlaws in self-defense and made over 3,000 arrests during his 32 years of service, far exceeding his nearest rival Wyatt Earp, that had over 400 arrests. Marshal Reeves died at 72 of a kidney disorder. The only recognition of his heroic life is a small bronze statue erected in 2012 at Fort Smith, Arkansas, where his life as a marshal began.
Exterior, border trading post, Indian Territory Day. Bass rides up. He gets off his horse, looking around while putting on a Choctaw beaded tassel around his neck. The old Choctaw, from back at the village camp where he lived, sits on the porch, decked out in a Union Army coat. Offie, his dog, goes to the old man, and they are friendly.
What are you doing here?
Bird plan moved. I didn't. Don't go in there.
Bass steps next to a sign on the wall. Bass's hand touches the door handle.
Sign says no darkies. Or dogs.
Bass nods. He opens the door and walks in with his dog. The old man smiles.
Your funeral.
Interior, border trading post, Indian Territory Day. A slick-haired, homely clerk, 50s, looks up from reading a newspaper on the counter and looks down at Offie, then Bass.
What you want?
Bass looks around the store.
Supplies.
The clerk's eyes narrow as he glances up from his paper.
We don't sell nothing to darkies or dogs.
War's over. Haven't you heard? There's no slaves or darkies. But you got me on the dog.
The clerk casually looks up from the paper.
Don't mean nothing. Get.
Bass walks to him and suddenly pulls his bone-handled hunting knife and sticks it through the man's hand and into the wooden countertop. The clerk screams from the pain. Bass smiles.
I'm sticking around. Get it?
The clerk gasps and groans.
You bastard!
He grabs for Bass. Bass dodges and twists the knife. The clerk grabs for the knife. Bass pulls his pistol and cocks it.
Bad move.
The clerk settles down and stops, just looking at Bass and his bloody hand.
They'll hang you, sure.
I should be hanging you.
Offie growls. Bass looks at her and she gets quiet. The old Choctaw walks in. Offie goes to him and gets a pet.
Thought I'd pick up a few things.
Bass smiles.
Come on in. We're open to all people. Right?
The clerk nods yes, nursing his hand. The old Choctaw smiles and starts looking at merchandise. Dissolved to exterior, border trading post, Indian Territory Day. Bass and the old Choctaw walk out of the store dressed in new clothes, carrying new weapons, and Offie chewing on jerky. The suffering clerk yells from inside.
You won't get away with this!
See me running?
Looks at Bass.
Bad attitude.
Bass and the old man take a bite of licorice stick, smiling.
How much crazy?
Take it and go!
This ain't no holdup. We pay our way.
The clerk moans.
$50.
Bass tosses a gold coin toward the clerk.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Can't say the same.
Bass walks to his horse and mounts up. The old Choctaw happily looks himself over in his new clothes. He walks to his horse and mounts. Bass smiles.
See you on the turnaround.
The old Choctaw nods.
I had a good day.
Bass smiles. They ride off in different directions. Fade out. The end.